Hey guys. Ooh, 11:18. Retrograde's almost over. Oh, I love retrograde this time though. Hey girl. I loved it. I learned me some lessons. Pale of the world. We're gonna be on at 11:11 together, guys. I love it. Yes, let's send so much love at 11:11 all together. Let's just all to get together and just feel it with our hearts and just send so much love. Share this out to anybody that you want to. I'm not really that. I don't do that. Hi, beautiful. How are you, love? I see you looking beautiful as ever. My little conduits. I love you guys. I saw a lot of people were on. I was like, oh shit. Let's get a lot of people together. 11:11. Let's do this thing, right? So guys, that's what I want to talk about. We're conduits, right? I'm Sarah Richardson. I'm a cheerleader for the divine, right? We are conduits for the radiance and grace of life, right? Life doesn't have to be shitty. Can you guys hear me good? Can you hear me good? I love you too. I need to sage, girl. I've had a day with testing, insane day. Yeah, here, let me give you some, girl. I know, I have to order this stuff from special places. You know where I live, girl. You know they don't sell sage anywhere. You gotta really look, go in the city for it. I love you. All right, you can hear me good. I love it. Yes. Got my vibes on. This is Listen and Smell. This is my girl Dana. This is the new one, the ripple effect. You are my mantra. Loud and clear. Hi, love. Hi, love. Loud and clear. Receiving you with open arms and giving it to the world. I know it's been tough. We're all right, though. We're conduits. And, that's what we're doing. We're clearing out this old energy that wasn't letting spirit, run through like it needs to. And so a lot of that space can feel like the doo-doo. So happy to see your face. Your hair and skin look amazing. Thank you, love. I've been going through all kinds of stuff, right? I went through this big time where my neck broke out, right? And what is that? My neck was breaking out because I needed to speak my truth. That's what happened. So, when you're going through things, believe me, there's a reason, and there's something in you trying to say, you gotta do this. I know it feels like it's against your better judgment, but you gotta, you gotta speak up. You gotta let it out. Hey, love. We're gonna send out 11:11 love. We're gonna blast it at 11:11. I'm just feeling like the world needs love. Guys, I don't watch the news. I don't read the newspaper. I don't pay attention to the politics. So I'm in my own little bubble, right? But I've been hearing that there's been a lot of stuff going on. So I just want to send out love. I've been going through a lot of stuff in my own personal journey. I have been digging deeper inside myself than I ever thought I could go in my life. On this journey to ascend, there's a lot of shadow work that you do. And shadow work is just like a name that you have to find to kind of encompass this place. It's dark inside of you. It's here I am telling you you're a conduit, but the shadow work is the blockages that have been blocking you up for this energy just to run through you. Everything's just energy, frequency, and vibration, and we try to make it more complicated than what it really is. Yes, the throat chakra is so powerful. Yeah, I just did a video for my group. Been creating all kind of stuff through Retrograde for my group, and I'm so excited. But I just did a video for them, and I was talking about how it's good to write first because a lot of times you're really blocked off from speaking what you want in your heart. And so you do want to start that ripple to go out through the universe. And so if you can't really speak it out of your throat yet, write it in a journal. That's really, really powerful to send that ripple out. That's what we're doing, guys. We're the creators of our experience, and we create through things that we say. You know, we bring our dreams to life through things that we say. This is my favorite. This is Wherever You Are, the view from up here. Love it. It's my favorite. It's 11:11. Oh! It's the sacral chakra. We'll send out so much love. I love you guys. Ooh, pump that love. Let's pump that love. So much love. I know it's hard out here, but I know you're golden. I know shadow work's tough, but if I can do it, you can do it. I love you guys. Today was a day to tune into your feelings. I know a lot of people are out here tuned into their feelings. That's good. That's right where you're supposed to be, right? You know, as we go in, I love you. I love you. Send this out. Send this love out to everyone, right? Because I've had a hell of a last couple of days. You know, and I just kept going back into my heart and just being like, you know, I don't know, it is what it is in here. I'm not really sure about why, right? The whys. So as we go in, it can feel all kind of things. You know, we're pulling knowledge from distant places, right? Like, so like through our ancestors, and, you know, energy works in ways that aren't linear. I was just talking about this the other day. So, you know, we're feeling, as you're learning how to feel and you're clearing out these blocks, you're feeling like this deep worth, like this deep self-worth. And, you know, a lot of times that feeling can be really overwhelming. It's like, you know, there was a time in your life where maybe you felt worthless and you felt like, you know, none of it meant anything. And now all of a sudden everything's just so deep and like profound. And that's what this energy is. So it's like good, but like sometimes for some people it can feel really, really bad if they haven't cleared out these blockages. So keep knowing that you are worth it if you don't feel like that right now. But you're perfect just like you are. Like everything that you've been through, everything that you've done, like wherever you're sitting right now, even though it might not be like the top of the peak of where you wanted to go, you're perfect just the way you are for sure. You know, there's this freedom feeling kind of coming about, and that's what comes with knowing your worth. It's like it's easier for you to break free from anything that really isn't in line with your worth. You know, as we go in, you know, we have to seek our answers from within. And so that has been one of the hardest things, you know, for me, even on the journey, that like, not to ask out for advice. And like sometimes I still do, but I'll go in for a little while first and then be kind of guided if I still need to ask advice, like who to talk to about it. Guys, do new things right now. If you can find it somewhere in your heart to do new things, because it's easy to close off at a time like this. Like, you know, retrograde is spinning backward. It's making you like inflect, right? Everyone's like looking real deep into themselves. Like, what could they do better? What should have they done? Whatever. And it's really easy to like close off from the world. And if you're focused too much on yourself, then it can feel frustrating. So just try to put that attention somewhere else. Shake it up by having fun. You know, find new things for you, and you'll be manifesting. Like what? You know, and that's what this is. Like, you raise your vibration because you're steady attracting what you think, feel, and say. And all it is like having awareness of what you think, feel, and say, and then figuring out that it's just in your energy system why you're thinking, feeling, and saying these things, right? And that you are the creator of your experience. And so if anything right now is bad happening to you, it's just trying to get your attention to say, hey, here's me, clear me out, let me live, let me get on with myself, right? The universe brings our wishes to us in the stillness. And so that has been one of my most giant lessons, is like, I do not have to run around for this shit. Like, I literally sit right here, and this is where I work in my life, and things just come right to me from all over the world. And that's special stuff, and that takes deep, deep work. And sometimes the things that come from across the world, if you still have like a block in your energy or something like that, the things that come in from across the world are your block, and it's all any kind of like doo-doo or whatever that you're going through. It's just to make you feel. It wants to make you feel it. Like, it's so funny, I do coaching, and it's just like I hold on to the back of people's shirts. Like, no, you just gotta feel it. Don't run from it. The automatic reaction whenever you get into your shadows is like, I'm fucking out of here, dude. Like, that shit hurts so bad, I can't be in there. But I'm telling you, go back in. If you have to hug yourself when you're in your shadows, do that. Know that it's not always this pretty thing, that you are down on the floor. You feel like you just want to give up. You feel like you failed people. You feel like you failed yourself. You feel like, you should have done better. You should be here by now. You're right on time. You're perfect right where you are. I'm telling you. Spirit finds us. And so that's the thing. Like, I see all these people searching. It's you. It's in you. It's in you. This is in you. Everything is in you. The love is in you. The healing is in you. The knowledge is in you. The knowing is in you. The fire is in you. The passion is in you. The heart's desires is in you. It's all in you. Things aren't as they appear with these eyes out here. I'm telling you, man. Like, these eyes here, I swear, it's like a diversion or something. You know what I mean? It's like trying to divert your attention into something else. It's trying to, like, it's like that sparkly thing over here that gets your attention. I'll be talking and somebody will have some cool toy, and I'm like, let me see that. It's the same thing. So, you gotta know your worth. You gotta love yourself. You got to love yourself. I coach a lot of people that are married, and luckily they have partners that honor them as they take these journeys into themselves. But then I have friends who have partners that don't really much honor this process. And so wherever you are in this process, it's all gravy. I haven't, to me, I think I've been lucky. I just been doing it by myself. And so I think that's really lucky, because I never really had to take anyone into my like lows with me, you know what I mean? And I could just call my friends on my highs and be like, hey, I really got to find out a lot about me in that time. And that's why, I'm a self-love promoter, because that's all I've been doing, guys, really, is just loving myself. Nobody comes in and inspires me. I have to wake up and think inspiration and think new things into my life. And then I go out by myself and I run into them. And, I wish I had like a notebook or a recorder to like record all the times that the things I say in the day come to me in the day. That's how this stuff works. That's, you are the creator of your experience. So you created all of it to get to the center of it, to get to the heart of it, and that's really what this all is like. Unconditional love is not having conditions for love for anything. Like, really dropping all the judgments and all the egoic things that go on in life. And it's like, I see it. I see it. I have some people bump up on me. I have to talk about it. I have coaching. I talk about it. But I don't judge anyone, because I know that when you're hurt, it's easy to feel stuck, and it's easy to feel unsure, and it's easy to feel lost, and it's easy to feel fucked up, and it's easy to feel like because you fucked up, you don't deserve this greatness. And it's like, I totally get all of that, but you do. Like, no matter how much you fucked up, if you become aware of yourself and you become aware of what you're doing, it's an ever unfolding process of just, you deserve to love your life. You deserve to be in bliss. What does your soul want? Your soul, it's your soul and your ego in there, right? And so how do you know if you're following your soul? Because it's joy, happiness, and peace. It's just easy. It's peaceful. It's easy. It's peaceful. There, when you're in a lesson, there might be some kind of feeling or something that comes up, but then it just goes right back into that joy, happiness, and peace, right? That other feeling that comes up though, that's your ego. And it's about to try to protect you. It's about to try to grab you up. And so there are a lot of methods, for this. There are a lot of things that you could work on, if you find yourself, all right, so say for instance, I have a friend that I've had for a lot of years, and we always kind of like vibe the same. We were always really different, but we always respected one another's, past and saw where it all fit together as one. He's a evangelistic pastor. And so I haven't seen him in a long time. He's a single dad, really love him. His family was going through something. It sparked up some stuff in me. I watched a video of his, and I found myself being judgmental of him. I was mad at him. I was mad at him. And I had to dig deep inside myself and see where any of that was, see what in that was me. Like, it wasn't really him. He was like a reflection of something that I needed to see in my own self. And so, at first, as I'm a mother, I'm a nurturer. And so at first I got to cuss him out like, you made it seem like something was wrong with your son, you fuck bag, you know what I mean? And then I had to turn back around and say, listen, whatever kind of tactic this was, I love your guts. I hope it works out for you. I believe in you, right? And it's just been like stuff like that going on. So guys, one thing that I like to do, I always say it's you and you on your planet, right? And so what I like to do is draw my world. Draw, write. Come on, Nanu. He's like, play with me. So let's draw our world together. Draw how you see love. Draw what would be love to you. Each and every single one of us has this really unique, cool love, cool way that we would love our day to go, cool way that we feel like inner peace would be, cool way that we want to fall in love, cool way that we want to work for our word, right? I love you. I love when you catch your love too. I've been really looking into my worth. The healing of my heart has been having me do things so differently. The highs are fire, but the lows, I gotta be careful not to make unhealthy choices to feel like that will somehow give me an instant gratification, if that makes sense. Thank God for my amazing support. Yeah, thank God. I love to hear that. See, it's not an easy journey. And you do want to look back, and you do want to see where, you can celebrate yourself. So, I would celebrate myself for that, what you wrote to me. That's part of self-love, learning how to celebrate yourself and, put yourself up there, really love yourself the way you want other people to love you. And I don't just mean relationships. I mean, yeah, of course you want this for your partner, but I've done this in my life, like in my work, in my business, in my everything. And I still, it's something that I work at every day, but it's like your relationships in your life are a direct reflection of what you have inside of you. And, each is so different, like your energy field, all of that is so different. So, the things that hurt you guys, the darkness, that's the best teacher. That's the best teacher, and it's so crazy how, now it's like I always knew that I avoided something. I just didn't know how to word that. I always knew that there was like patterns that kept coming up, and they seemed silly, but energetically they were like the same. And, it got to a point where it kind of got frustrating. And it's just like, I knew that I made it to a good place whenever I knew that my doo-doo was my teacher. I knew that when it hurt, then that when you come up out of that, that's a really good feeling to like feel it all. You don't really know how the whole release process works. You can feel it sometimes in your skin, sometimes in your muscles, in your bones, in your You might sleep, you might, whatever. But then when you come out of that phase, it's just like, like you feel like a little bit lighter, like you made it, you done been through some things, feel smarter. I believe that your doo-doo leads you to your purpose. It leads you through yourself to your purpose. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like we're kind of like stuck out here and we need to like go like through here and to here. And so many people that message me are looking for their purpose. They're, what's my purpose in life? Today I was sitting there and I was talking with God, and it's just like, your purpose is to be a good mother, and your purpose is to be a good nurturer. And even though the world around you seems so crazy, and that just seems like such a simple thing to want to do, that's what your heart wants to do. And so that's what you need. And sometimes it gets scary. It's like, I should be working more and I should be doing this more. But I really love the time I have with my daughter. We're going to talk about that here at the end. But, you are ready for your purpose. You are ready to face these things in your life. If you made it to my video, you're ready to just face what you feel like in yourself is a mistake. Because it's funny, God's always neutral. Spirit's always neutral. The universe is always neutral. So whatever you want to call it, there's no judgment of you from that place. You are the judgment of yourself. You are the ruler. You're the punisher. You're the mediator. It's you and you on your planet. When you're in a dark place, it's okay. It can feel lonely in there. In your darkness is where you have a lot of suppressed emotions. And so that's where a lot of the things where you just told your friends and stuff like, I'm fine, or your family, I'm fine. That's where you store a lot of that stuff. And retrograde really helps me with that part. Things that I just tuck down, because I'm a worker. So I'm like, I'm just going to go to work. Just not even going to think about it. Well, retrograde really pulls all that stuff out, puts it on my plate. Okay, here, girl, you're about to sort through this shit today. And it's funny because in the energy, I sort through it. But then also, I took this whole retrograde to sort through all my paperwork and get my foundation built back up. I just kind of threw everything in the middle of the floor to clear it all up. And so as you do it in your physical, it happens in your energy. As you do it in your energy, it happens in your physical. As within, so without, it works both ways. So if you can't figure out within, start without. If you can't figure out without, start within. You can do this any way you want to. There's no right way. It's just to know that you try to control it too much. It's a lot simpler than you make it seem. The feelings you keep hidden are the keys to opening your heart. It's deep, right? I know, I was thinking that too. We are all the answers. We are whole. And these blocks that we have up over our hearts, I've been talking about them for the past 3 or 4 days or something like that. They are the things that are keeping us disconnected, because when you're not living your life with an open heart, you might have some sort of fear. You might have some sort of shame. You might have some sort of guilt. You might have some sort of resentment. You might have some sort of trauma. So something is going on in there that's keeping you from really living your life from an open heart. And, feeling free in your life is living from an open heart. Feeling free. Love is wealth, right? And so the more you're able to love, the better your relationships are, the better your money is, the better your peace is, the better your days are. So I feel right now, real deep in the energy that there are some really fast new connections coming in. I feel like a lot of us are going to have to make really split decisions, really fast on the fly. I feel like the internet has been fooling around like a mug, right? I feel like a lot of people, hello, in their manifestations, I got my group and stuff, and so I get to see it like in a bigger quantity. And I feel like a lot of people are getting quicker results, like from the things, like it's like as soon as they become aware of the things they think of, they just like fly off into like this whole like creative mode where it took me like 13 years to figure out what the fuck I was doing, guys, I like the darkness because the light is busy. the light is really busy. And so like you see me tonight, I got my lights off, you know what I mean? When I sit in the darkness, I feel like I can tune into my actual energy. I feel like it's easier to block off like outside sources of energy. I feel like, solutions to problems and questions that you have and you really want to know inside, they're not so obvious when it's light and bright and busy and things are going on. When you have a real question and when you're really feeling deep in your soul, like, I got to know something. Something's got to give. Something's got to change. One of the most peaceful things you can do is just light a candle and turn on a vibration and sit down and just chill out for a minute. And, that'll light some pillow, light some sage, get one of your favorite crystals and just sit there and, shield off. A lot of people don't know how to, just shield off their energy. I don't know. I do it every day, like as a routine. When I pray for people, I send them the shield. I put on my baby every day when she goes to school. I put on my niece and nephew, my family, everybody out here that I love. When I send love, your instincts are good. And so that's what, like, a lot of people have been messaging me like, I felt this and I didn't do it. And there are no mistakes. You're learning to trust your instincts. It's a muscle. It's like the big beefy dude at the gym that's like big and beefy. He didn't just get big and beefy because he walked in there one day like, I'll have muscles. No, he walks in there every single day. He eats different. He sleeps different. He stretches different. He massages his body different. He takes care of himself different. And so, he got results like that. And the same thing goes for training your intuition. So guys, like I said, your soul is seeking joy, happiness, and peace. The emotions inside you are leading you. And so if you're hiding or running or avoiding emotions, that's why that keeps coming up. Whatever you have coming up in your life, I love you. Your emotions lead you into your joy, happiness, and peace. And so when things are coming up for you, that's to get in tune with the way you feel. That's to get in tune, are your emotions taking over, or are in your emotions is power. So are you doing it as power? Or are you doing it as like out of control? Really get to know yourself, and in the darkness is where I really, I never really cried, out loud, and I've done videos now where I've been able to cry, and that's a big, huge step for me because I was like way too tough to be crying in front of anyone. I tore my ACL and I'm like, I'm good. I was not good. But there's no wrong way. And so the more that you get in touch with your emotions, the more you're going to really start to understand yourself. You can use the power. You might be feeling like there's like no hope for you, but there is. And the power in you can use it to change your fate. Like, if you're just on autopilot and you're just waiting for what's coming for you in your life, and then you decide that you're going to take the reins of your life and take control of your life and be the creator of your life, you're drastically changing the fate of your life. And I highly recommend that, right? Because I'm a completely different person now than I was 10 years ago. My body feels lighter, my body feels better, my mind feels more open to things. There's so many different reasons why I highly recommend going inside of yourself and getting to know yourself and falling in love with yourself and falling in love with your body. Learn about your body. Learn about your organs. I always say that. I feel like there's no better time than right now to manifest. Holler if you hear me. Give me some hearts. Alpine May. Woo woo. I love that girl, Carrie. I don't know, man. Like I said, I feel like manifestation is at an all-time high. And so when you seek spiritual knowledge, so, you know, a lot of people are out here seeking spiritual knowledge, but then they're not wanting to take that alone time. And when you get the downloads, you know, spiritual knowledge doesn't come in a letter. Spiritual knowledge doesn't come in a live video. It's like, as much as I would like to say that it does, it doesn't. Like, these things come in through you. And so, it's easier to get it when you are alone. And so a lot of times people get so caught up in the part where, oh my God, everybody left me out and nobody called me and my friends don't like me and they won't talk to me and they don't like what I'm doing and all of that stuff. Those are all, to me, like, who gives an absolute fuck about any of that? Like, I have gotten to the place where I love my alone time so much that sometimes I'll tell people around me, like, I need to be alone for a second and let my universal knowledge remind me who I am for right now. Experience has been one of my best and personal, teachers. Yeah, it's all in you, sis. It's all in you, man. I haven't changed the way I've been telling you guys this from the beginning. It's just I've been figuring out better ways to bring up the stuff that's going on and just show you it's all love. Your third eye and your sacral are in a relationship with one another, right? So today is a big day for the sacral. Did you wake up and feel it in your feelings, right? And so, if your stomach hurts, if you have low back pain, if you have cysts in your ovaries, any of the organs that are associated in there, your ovaries, all these things that you can have right there. You can help to balance that energy through those spaces with healing frequencies. That's, as you work on the sacral, it helps you to imagine better, right? So a lot of people are having a really hard time if they carry more of like a masculine energy. They're having a very hard time imagining things. And women can carry masculine energy, so don't think it's just for the fellows out here. It's for everybody. If you have a hard time imagining a great life for yourself, a perfect body, a perfect job, a perfect mate, a perfect heart, space, life, whatever, right? If you're having a hard time imagining, it's something with the relationship between the sacral and the third eye, and which then has to do with the root and the crown. I mean, there's so much to it, but those are the basic places. The closer and higher to your goal you manifest, you get the more testable face. Yes, this is all about you strengthening self in gratitude. Yes, and letting go that which does not feed your soul. Yes, this is how to stay on the path to your manifestations and supercharge your manifest, to create a heaven for self here with a string of never-ending luck and favor from the omniverse. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. That's it. That's it, and, as you get these downloads of these universal laws, right? Your only real job is to teach it, live it, teach it by living it, teach it by whoever comes into your life, know that this is right. Know that when you received this information, like, this is the right thing. Share the greater understanding when a situation comes up and you see the situation through, universal law and unconditional love. Share that with somebody and just say, hey, bro, like, I totally see that feels like that or whatever, but the universal love that's running through me is saying you're kind of being a bitch in the name of love. always throw in the name of love when it hurts, okay? So on this healing journey, it hurts a lot, right? So when it hurts, please, just for me, my girl said it today. She was like, Sarah, I don't mean to like take your word. No, please say it, because sometimes it does get really hard in the name of love. And so I think that's my cat, because I told her she'd be done if she came downstairs. I've told people, I wanted to kick people in the throat in the name of love. I'm not even messing around out here. I am not. I was raised tough. I had to punch the punching bag growing up. Yes, I do want to kick them like right in the throat. Like I envision like the, like, you little motherfucker. Some people just try the fuck out of you. You're such a beautiful example. I love you, girl. In the name of love. All of it in the name of love. When it's rough, you have to really say, like, listen, this and this was going on, but it was all in the name of love. I changed my mind in the name of love. I last minute forgot in the name of love. You could say this for anything, right? So there's a lot of people right now that have been messaging me feeling like really desperate for whatever it is that they're desiring in their lives. And I just want to let you know, guys, that that desperation, you are going to attract more want from that desperate vibration than you are going to attract the actual fruit. So when you're desperate, when you're in a state of want, then you're attracting more want. When you're in a state of fullness and gratitude, you attract more fullness and gratitude in your life. And so I just want to throw that out there for everyone who's been messaging me. Some people I don't even message back when they are messaging me from that really desperate place, because I know in the name of love that that's something that they need to work out. And I know that sometimes if I just say, oh, I'm going to send you love, that sounds worse than just not saying anything at all. And so, that's all been a part of my internal guidance system. And I'm just telling you guys the truth. And I know some people will be watching this video like, she ain't fucking around. She really don't answer when you're desperate. I don't, because to me, that's just an energy that comes in. And even though it's like in my messages, I feel it like, Sarah. And I can't really help. And you need to feel that, because in that desperation, you need to feel how you need to love yourself, right? So sometimes you need to rest, because you can't manifest from that. Sometimes you need to reevaluate your mind frame, because a lot of time desperation comes from like the poverty mindset of like, there isn't enough, or you don't deserve it, or, nobody in your family had it, and so of course you shouldn't. Desperation comes from a deep, 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 deep fear of not being enough or having enough. And so, I get it. I'm sure that I've had many desperation energies as I've gone through this. I'll finish the replay, please. Love you too, girl. Guys, you got to tune into your power. What is your power? To me, the 528. That's your I can. I was just talking to a friend of mine today, and she was like, she reads your body, and she's like, that's solar plex, girl. I was like, I know. I'm going through some things. And so, guys, it comes up, you're going to go through some things, but it's funny because the things you go through are always leading you to your purpose. Laugh at life, and I think that that's the thing about my solar plexus is I do need to laugh more. Spirit's been saying to me lately, like, you've just been so serious, and that's why I say to you guys, try to have fun, because this healing journey can feel like really fucking serious all the time, and you just get real tight, and that doesn't really do anything good for anyone. So try to laugh, and try to, in the mornings I've been trying to like shake out my body, and it's funny, it's just like a silly thing, it's not any big deal, but I just like shake out my legs. I love Margot from the retreat. Shake out my arms, shake out my head, roll my body all around, that really helps to like, move any kind of stagnant energy that's in your body, step out, that's been one of my things. So it's like, I have been, Spirit's been telling me to have more fun. So me and my baby been having more fun. But I think it's about time that Sarah needs a little adult fun in her life. And, adult fun in my life looks really different than what adult fun looked like in my life 10 years ago. Like I might want to go make some pottery and have a good cup of coffee, listen to some good music somewhere, do something fun where you can play like a kid and have fun and enjoy your body and be grateful that you can be in these places, right? I didn't used to be able to step out because my knee would hurt so bad. And so, sometimes I'll be going out somewhere, I'll be like, oh, I'm so thankful I get to go out because I didn't used to get to do this. Embrace an experience. And so everybody thinks that they have to know it all to try something. So, I've been telling you guys for a long time, I think Spirit wants me to be a rapper for real, right? And so I'm so scared. So I feel you on every single level about being afraid to embrace the inexperience, because I'm I don't know how to do it. You should see how hard I make it. The beats and the I got my microphone, I got everything happening, but you should see how hard I make it. And that's what we do when we are not embracing the inexperience. We make it harder on ourselves than it needs to be. So I keep saying this to you guys because I'm if I keep saying it, then I'm definitely going to do it, right? So I'll definitely share it with you when it comes out and I feel good about it in my heart. But I think right now it's a barely big time, saying to, do this kind of thing, those tugs that you've got on your heart, but you don't really have that much experience. Right now is a time that if you do that and quit focusing so much on what you think you should focus on, the things you think you should focus on are going to work out, and then the new things are going to be fire because you were scared. You know what I mean? When you fight the scared person, you can't fight the scared person. They will kick your ass. You can't beat the scared person in a creation because they're on fire. Yes. So where am I at? Right now is a big time to let go of everything that you thought that it could or should be. You have so many people out here trying to mold life into what they think that it could or should be. And right now is a really great time. This retrograde, I think that's what retrograde stirred up the most for me, is letting go of what I thought something could or should been. I have to fucking let it go. And it was so crazy. It was questions that I had on my mind for 4 years, and all of a sudden this retrograde was oh, I'm letting that go. That could or should have been whatever. It's not though, right? I rap too. Oh shit. Maybe we'll make a song, girl. Maybe you can help me because I don't know what I'm doing, but I just feel this definite pull. And then I know someone, he's a rapper, and I know his mom, and she was Sarah, you probably wouldn't even have to make up any songs because you have so many things that you wrote. I was oh, that makes a lot of sense. I do have a lot of things I wrote. So maybe we'll talk about it. I love your fucking guts. Guys, we got to let the universe work it. And so, everyone talks about divine plan and divine timing and all of this stuff. But yeah, we get our little human in there and try to work it out, You got to let the universe work it out by following your heart's desires, even if it seems silly. Following your heart's desires, even though it seems beyond, your current reality, different than your current reality. It's small little steps forward in that sense are going to really help, I'm not just going to come out here with a rap album. I'm probably going to have a song if I'm lucky to put it together, right? And then as I flex that muscle and as I do that more and more and more, then I can build on that, right? So just take your time and build slow. Gratitude, man. Gratitude of what you feel in your heart, feel about your path. Kindness and compassion is key. Gratitude, kindness, and compassion, the words you speak. You know, that's why Spirit keeps telling me to be a rapper, because I hate these bum-ass rappers that are talking about, oh, smack a bitch to the floor till she don't want you no more. So, like, that's like, you just created disaster in your life, and then you want to turn around and say, oh, why this happened to me? Because you're talking that into your life. That's bullshit. And so Spirit keeps saying, like, Sarah, you got to show them what you do. Like, take what you do and just put it down in the grooves. And I'm like, all right. I mean, it seems like it's easy, but it's not always fucking easy, Spirit. I give Spirit a hard time. That's why I say, it doesn't matter how you do this shit, man. I'm always fighting with Spirit. I'm always second guessing Spirit. I'm always making Spirit give me a third, fifth confirmation. I'm always, you know, there's no, you can't ask too many questions. You can't ask for too many, show me again. Like, oh, yeah, right. You know, sometimes you'll get an answer back in 1 second. I need another answer. 2 answers by the end of tonight, and then I'll know for sure. And then you get them, and you're like, maybe I want 3 more tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. You know, and Spirit's like, whatever. Spirit's neutral. Spirit doesn't give a fuck. Like, whatever. If you don't go, you're the one missing out. If you do go, it'll be fucking fun, and it'll be quick. You can drag it out or you can jump in it. Whatever you want to do. Yes, girl. I love you. So yeah, gratitude, man. Gratitude is it. I was telling you guys earlier, I have gratitude journal every fucking day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys see the posts that I write. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel all around in my heart, and I get thankful for every little thing. And, you know, once you start off with the little things, and it gets bigger, and then it gets littler, you could be thankful for a really long time. Try it out. I'm telling you, it'll start small. You might just be thankful for 3 things or 5 things, and then it'll just keep snowballing. It'll just keep bigger and bigger. The universe is conspiring for your wishes. Isn't that crazy? Everything you wish, the universe wants you to have. You are your own fucking resistance. So I do this shit. I'm my own resistance. I am my only obstacle. Doesn't give a fuck about anybody else. It doesn't matter about anybody else. It's me. It's you and you on your planet. But it's cool though, because like as I lift my vibration and share it out of my throat, then you guys lift your vibration and you share it out of your throat, and it just has this like ripple effect that goes through the planet, and that's just really fucking dope. There's a lot of things that happen that we don't see, but it really sucks when you're in the place and you're your own fucking resistance, and you know it, and you don't know how to get past it, and you don't know how to get through it, and you don't know what to do. Go into your heart, get thankful, ask, and you will get some signs. Fear of money. If you hide from it, if you have a fear of money, then you hide from it. If you have a fear of relationships, you hide from them. If you have a fear of commitment, you hide from it. If you have a fear of the dark, you hide from it. If you have a fear of spiders, you hide from them. Like, I have a friend that will leave her fucking house about a spider being in her house. I'm like, dude, that's your house. Like, you can't just leave. She's like, I'm not staying. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not here to judge you, right? What is material luxury for you? You know, a lot of us, you know, when we hear material luxury, we feel like as spiritual people, we shouldn't be wanting things. You know, the more spiritual and connected to the divine that I get, the more I want just quality things in my life. I want quality friends in my life. I want quality conversations in my life. I want quality coffee in my life. I want quality sheets. I want good underwear. You know, I it's the simple things that I want. It's not these big, dumb things that aren't doing anything for me. You know, it's like the things I use every day. You know, I want a good shampoo for my hair. Look at all this fucking hair, wouldn't you? But then, you know, I don't wear any makeup, and, you know, I'm simple. You need to feel, what does material luxury mean for you? Because, you know, spirituality, it is about embracing abundance, right? And so, you know, it's not about money per se, but it's just like, you know, what is wealth and abundance to you? What would be wealthy to, you know, when you think about wealth, what would you like to have? What would you like to build it for that wealth? What would you like for your abundance? What would you like to be in that abundance basket? living in your dreams sets up energy for attraction. And so that's why I say, if you have a hard time imagining, this is the place where I've created a lot of things. And so that's why I said always think up, because I created my healing, I created my body, I created my baby, I created all these things in my life: work, cars, houses, vacations, surprises, right? By living in my dreams. So no matter what I saw through my two eyes out here, I tuned into my dreams, and like a little kid, I felt it in my heart, like, fuck yeah, that's where it's at. No matter what the fuck you guys are doing, I got this going on in here. And obviously you can't feel it because it feels good. and that's the thing, is like, no matter how much, because when you're vibing high, you get these energies around you that are like, let me try you out. Let me see if I can pull you down. How bad do you want it? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Right? And so, all you have to do is, it's not about a physical strength, right? It's about tuning into your heart and just feeling that. When you tune into your heart and you feel the desires in your heart, you don't give a fuck what Larry, Moe, and Ho are doing over here, because you're over here feeling your own self. You're loving your own self. It doesn't matter what they're doing over there. So you're staying focused on you helps bring your dreams to life, and that's why alone time is good. And if you're the type of person that doesn't really like alone time, you've probably been avoiding alone time and needing alone time. And so the universe made that happen for you here during retrograde. It's all love. Feels like doo-doo, but it's not. Make gratitude your religion a while. Be thankful. Your ego is trying to think all the time of who you need to become. And so this was the deep message that I had personal for myself, because, guys, I'm a strong mom. So I'm a single mom. I call it a strong mom. And, I know how important it is to have a community of people to help, to, people that you help, people that help you, that know you, that see you. And so a lot of times in this whole strong mom spot, my ego is battling me like, Sarah, you've always been successful. Sarah, you've always had this in your savings. Sarah, you've always been able to just pick up and travel wherever you wanted to, whenever you wanted to. You always, but now I'm a mom. And so it's like, sometimes my ego will pop back in and I feel like I'm not doing enough. And Spirit was like, no, like, you're nurturing a child and you're growing her to be an adult. Like, that's a pretty fucking huge job. And just because you don't get a paycheck from it does not mean it's not a big fucking deal. And so, Spirit, that's why I say go inside of you, because Spirit really cheers me on to be different. Living from my heart is very different. I didn't realize how much I lived in my ego until I started learning to live from my heart, because, I always thought I needed to become this big thing. I always thought I needed to, have a barbershop, do the most inventive something, you know what I mean? Have the most money, be a successful businesswoman. And, becoming a mother kind of brought out that nurture in me and kind of made me drop all the things that were superficial. Having a baby made me feel with my heart a lot. And so I'm so thankful. Your ego will always have you thinking, like, what do you need to achieve? Like just being isn't enough, right? And so I've been really going through a deep lesson, since July, just about being. And that's been really hard for me. And that's why I said at the beginning of this video, we don't gotta look for Spirit. Spirit knows where we are all the time. A good way to attract good people into your life. I have a lot of people messaging me saying, I wish I had good structure, family structure like you. I wish I had good friends. Oh, Sarah, it looks like you have, some of the greatest friends. And I do. And thank you. My structure, my family structure, my support system is wonderful. And, I really do feel like I have been a big changer in all of that by bringing love and gratitude for those that are there for me, by letting those that are there for me know that they're so special all the time. I really learned that my job as a mom is a sacred occupation. And so if you're a mom or a dad out here, being a parent is a sacred occupation that's not really noticed in the Hall of Fame. And it should be in there. It should be at the top, right? It's nurturing, protecting, taking care of those you love. Like today I was just up there loving on my dad. He'd been going through a lot of stuff. He worked his ass off. He's getting older now. My sisters always go there and kind of get on his nerves. I'm the favorite. But it's just nice to go up and just do like some little extra things just to, get them ready for the day and let them know you love them, right? Not wanting anything back, just here, let me just love on you a little bit. I make conscious decisions to choose to be home with my child a lot. And a lot of people in this regular society tell me that I'm like an over parenter or whatever. And, I have seen my brothers and sisters grow up and all the kids in my community and around me grow up. And guys, they grow up fast. And so that's what I choose to do. I want to be home with my child. And a lot of times that simplest thing can go so far against social norms. People are like, Sarah, you're 36. You should be dating. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. And I'm like, no, I'm good. We're going to just build sand castles in the sky. And they're like, okay. I think you should really live a little bit. But then, you pick some days and you decide to live and you plan it and you make a date about it. That's how I do it now. It's a profound, Spirit said, it's a profound contribution to raise a child in the world. And Spirit was saying that, Spirit wishes that parents got paid for this because it would make us feel different about it. I shared with you guys the other day, I couldn't get True to take medicine, right? And so she's not that sick. They just want to get it, make sure that it didn't get to, everyone's getting pneumonia and bronchitis and stuff like that. And so this little shit would not take the medicine. I beat her butt. We got into a fight. I called my mom. We held her down. And so my mom took her. I was so frustrated. My mom took her and I went up and I ran a bathtub and I got my bathtub and I just cried my head off and I said, most parents that I know would go like have a drink or something, and here I am grounding in a bathtub and crying because I feel like I'm just such a failure because of all the things I went through to try to get the medicine. All to turn around and she's just like, yeah, I'll take it. It's amazing and hard job. Yeah, it is. And this is something that, I like to share with you guys, personal things that I go through sometimes in my life because for some reason people watch my videos and tend to think that I don't go through anything even though I share everything. I've just been working on myself, guys. A lot. I mean, the fucked up shit about me, I already did a video about. If you look up all my videos, I told you guys all the things, these videos helped me to get it out of my throat, like the things I thought I messed up. And so now I'm like, oh, fuck it. You know what I mean? I talk about all kind of stuff. So, guys, we're leaving a legacy of love here. And, to me, motherhood has been one of the most spiritual paths that I've ever been on, learning about the womb, how our babies come from our womb, how we carry trauma from our womb, how our womb is our power, how our womb is our vitality, how our sex is our vitality, how our sex is our creation energy, how, here I am calling myself the best deliberate creator alive. I had no idea that had to do with your womb. Just keep on trusting in yourself and keep on believing in yourself. And sometimes in all of this, none of it really makes sense, but then it all comes together in this just most divine way. And that is the fucking beauty of it, man. Release yourself from unreal expectations. If you have all these big expectations on yourself, just fucking let them go. Hey, girl. Retrograde's almost over. I think retrograde's over on the 20th or the 21st. But, love is family and we all belong. And gratitude is a state of wealth. I truly believe that with my whole entire heart. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's out here worried about wealth and money. And, to me, I'm wealthy as fuck when it comes to gratitude, because it took me a long time to get here, but like I will spit me some thank yous quick. Them thank yous make me feel good, man. They get the energy moving around me. So what are you the most grateful for right now? I'm done. But what are you grateful for? We come from love, guys. Give thanks. What do you give thanks for? I don't really get into the whole whatever Thanksgiving is really about. I'm not really into all that shit about the holidays, but I love to get thankful, for November. I love to just, that was one of the months that I started first challenging myself, was in November, and I just did like thankfulness all month, and, really shouted out people and wrote thank you letters and telling people why they were so great for me. It was like free. I got like a 98-cent pack of thank you cards, and just sent them all over. And in fact, because I'm saying that, I might do it again. It was nice to start a little nice little love wave going on. That's what I try to do all the time. I try to start a love wave and push it out there, get you guys to feel it and share it, love it, feel it. I love you guys because we're all connected. I'm fucking so glad Mercury retrograde is almost over. It doesn't really hurt my words. It makes me better in my words. But oh my God, my battle with this technology is no fucking joke on the retrograde. I swear to God. The whole thing will just be no, the email will just go away. I'm just whatever. Right now is not the time. I was doing all this student loan paperwork, and I couldn't log in from my computer, but I could log in from my phone, but I had to print from my computer, and none of this shit is working. I called the people 11 times. I'm you know what? I'm going to give you a call next week, because we're getting to the end of retrograde, and we'll see if this works better. The guy's okay. I'm thankful for so much. Thank you for shining. I love you, girl. I love you. You're so beautiful too. That's the thing, man. When you really just love yourself, you can just really see everyone as a reflection of you. It's the most wonderful fucking thing on earth to just look at somebody and say I love that person. I love their creation. I love their love life. I love how they raise their kids. I love how they dance in the moon. I love how they believe in fairies. Me and my baby are riding around looking for fairies all day. And love, strong mother. Words truly do not express the honor, pleasure, and privilege it feels raising my little one. Oh my God, Katrina, I know. My little girl is my every fucking thing in the world. I know, it's so funny. So I just said to her at school, I said, she's kissing me. I said, that is the definition of unconditional love, because we just literally fought for 4 days about some motherfucking antibiotics. So that's really love, that's how kids love. They don't hold these grudges against you. I was probably mean as fuck to her these past 4 days, because I'm nervous. I don't want anything to happen to her lungs. I want her to be good. She still loves me anyways. I didn't want to, but damn, I just wanted to follow the rules. I even said to her, I'm girl, we gotta follow the rules with this, man. They already don't like me. They think I don't care about you because I don't vaccinate you. Please take this medicine. I'll pay you. Ice cream. Roller skates. I love you guys. I tricked her. I got her with my family. It worked. When they're little, it's stuff like that. They don't care about much. Just little stuff. I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for stopping on and giving some love. We gave some major love for 11/11. I don't know. Things are going on. You just got to keep dropping into that heart. Drop into that heart. Drop into that heart. Go into those heart's desires and trust that that's there for a reason. And like I said, she knows Mother Nature years. Yeah, she does. She does, and it's funny because right when I was in the midst of my panic, I called my healer, and, You know, he's always the one that will, like, tell me stuff like that. And he's like, sir, you really gotta try to get that in her because you don't want to fool around her lungs. There's a lot of people, I guess, in my area coming up with, like, pneumonia and bronchitis and things like that. So I had pneumonia my whole life. And so if you know any natural cures for that type of thing, I did some natural stuff, but when it doesn't work, I, you know, always am open to new options when it comes to that. You know, my friend's like all in, and I know it's about mucus in the body. But I'll tell you what, man, it's hard sometimes to, like, strap down and really live your whole life, you know, raw. I mean, the food's so good. If I had someone here making it for me, I'd fucking eat it all day. There would not be a problem with the intake. The problem is like when you're running around with a buzzing little 4-year-old, you have to just, like, eat healthy, like, as fast as you can. I know, I tell my friend all the time, I'm trying to get him to, like, do, like, meal prep and shit. I keep, like, trying to, like, rub his creation. I'm like, you're really good at that. I'm telling you, if you did meal prep, I'd pay you. I, like, comment on his girlfriend's pictures. I'm like, I would seriously pay your boyfriend to make me that. I would buy the Tupperware, and I would buy the ingredients, and I would pay to just be a part of, like, the dinner chain there. Everything looks so good, like, powered up. Like, he makes all these you know, goodies, all kind of goodies, food, goodies, breakfast, everything. All of it's important, but we can only do what we do. I do as good as I can. I love you guys because we're all connected. Message me, anything. If you're ever unsure about anything, drop into your heart. One love.